International Conference on the History of Relations between the Islamic world, China and Oman as a model, concluded today with recommendation of encouraging dialogue between the Islamic and Chinese civilization based on philosophical theories and common cultural practices, in addition to studying the possibility of establishing a scientific center on relation between the countries of the Islamic world and the Sultanate of Oman and China, and encouraging exploration and search for antiquities, preservation and restoration, as it is an essential and complementary sources for documents and manuscripts in documenting historical and cultural information. The conference also recommended paying attention to the oral history, as it represents the enrichment of historical and documentary information that deals with the relations between the Islamic world and the Sultanate of Oman and China.
We are very glad to come to Oman to participate in this conference. This conference is a part of our serious conference with China and the Muslim world. But this time we're very glad that we come to Oman, and Oman as a model in the China-Muslim relations. Actually, we have scholars speaking already on behalf of the participants of Oman and other scholars. I think they express the wish that this is going to continue the dialogue and the cooperation between China, between Oman and Muslim world, and of course other parts of the world. Yeah, we will continue to cooperate, for instance, on scholarly exchange and on the more international conferences, on the international relations, particularly on China and the Chinese relationship with the Muslim world.
We have 2 days international conference on the history of relation between Islam, Muslims country and China, as Oman as a model. So they selected Oman as a model because Oman has a long history with China. It's back maybe more than 2,000 years ago.
It's worth mentioning that the conference dwelt on the pillars of history, culture, economy, and cultural interaction between the Islamic world and China, as well as on the deep-rooted relations binding the Sultanate and China. It touched on the historic maritime Silk Route and the strategic position of Muscat on this road. The maritime Silk Roads relied on Muscat as a crucial port for transportation of spices from Southeast Asia, silk and textile from China, timber from India, and other Far East goods. It highlighted the Omani traders who sailed into the port of Canton carrying frankincense and dates to the local markets in China. It's as well highlighted the role of Omani traders in spreading Islam across China and other countries in Southeast Asia. Abdallah bin Ahmed Rubaiey, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.